Good evening, everybody. Welcome. We have a backup plan here. We have had a couple of crashes tonight due to the nature of our signal, and as you can see, we have alternative ways of doing things. And this is our second upload tonight, so we'll be doing multiple uploads as we see fit. Tonight, we have a live video audience at Vaughn and people all around the world watching us through UHF TV. And I want to thank all of you for watching us. We are doing a remote broadcasting show, which is testing the reaches of our equipment. Yeah. And I didn't want to, make you think that we weren't struggling. We are. It's a nonstop thing where we need to constantly evolve. And having the ability to do a remote broadcast gives us the ability to evolve. We want to be able to meet people, supporters at any given time, make trips around the country, and have a road trip that would be an extravagant opportunity for people to meet us up close and personal. Now we've met people up close and personal in our country. Yeah, I'm bleeding through here on this. Hang on. No, I'm good. Got a chrome key. Wow. It's kind of a cool background. Yeah, so we believe that a road trip is definitely in the works. That's something that we've kind of dedicated ourselves to. So we are going to be doing visits across the country. I've even talked about going out and visiting Dupster. So that's something we'll be doing in the future. Yeah, let me get the camera under control here. I've got some issues going on here still with my hair. There we go. All right. What time is the bar close? I don't know what bar is closing.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Bars close at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, well, the background is the hotel, whatever. David, do you feel as if you and Sarah have what? No. We've avoided having the burden of children because we want the burden of having you as our viewers. Yeah, we couldn't care for children, and I'm not a Freemason, man. I have no ties to secret societies. You're falsely pegging me. I'm going to purge you. I'm 57, yeah. We are all God's children. Yes, that's true. But no, you're kind of you're my focus. I don't want to spend any time, on the show and neglect a child. That would be a horrible thing. So you can imagine how it would be. Daddy, why aren't you here with me? I want to play. Well, I'm sorry, son. I'm doing a trivial show endlessly every night talking about politics. Sorry, I can't be a dad. You can imagine how that would be. Well, let's be clear. Now, Barack Obama pulled it off because he didn't really have those children. They were borrowed. He has 2 children, Sasha and Melina, and there's no birth certificate. They have no birth certificate. Yeah, I know. Well, that's kind of a new look. America's Third Party. Welcome to our show. I have a lot of children, yeah. They're all viewers. Hey, you can grow up now. It's okay. You can take your time, too. Doesn't hurt. You don't have to hurry. Trying to find a background I can jab with. Oh, I'm hearing something weird in the background. Okay. Well, it's the blue light that makes my cheeks look flush. I've got baby blue, the baby blue look right here. This is the natural look, me talking in the background. That's not true, Mr. Shylook. We all know who you are, Rodney. You can't hide from us. Comes in here. This Jewish guy comes in here as Mr. Shylock. I mean, don't be so self-deprecating, man. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Well, I hope you can hear me and see me. I'm still me. We had to do a second upload because the first one jammed. We have a mic that's gone bad. Here it is. I might as well tell it to you. It's been around the block a few times, and there we go. This one. The mic is out on it, and the video camera is shutting out on it. So I think this is almost garbage. I really do. I think it's the Logitech is finally... Well, you can't say Jewish guy? Well, how do I describe Donald Trump? I'm not a Freemason, I told you. I have no affiliation with the secret societies and never will. Well, the president thing is wrapped up. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be president. We know that. No, we're censored on this network. We are limited to about 100 viewers. Yeah, every night. Vaughn is making bucks doing this to us. U.S. debt of 20 trillion visualized in stacks of physical cash. This should be good. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, the other upload was good. We had 40 minutes of talking about politics.
Let me give you a breakdown, I guess.
Yeah, if you want. I'll just look at a news story here. Oh, it's not coming in. There we go. I don't really think that's much of a news story, but yeah, it definitely could be a large stack of cash. Look at that. Here we go. Thank you.
Wow. It keeps going and going and going. Wow. This is quite a video. Quite a video indeed. Interesting how they say, remember, the money in this video has already been spent. So, very, very interesting. All right, I'm gonna...
Would you like a portion of a donut for dessert?
All right, fantastic. Did I drop the camera during the cooking show? Not exactly. All right, so I hope you guys are all having a fun Friday night. I'm glad to be here spending it with all of you. That's how I like to spend my Fridays. Just with all of you. Oh, I have to scroll down the chat. Ah. My hair a wig? No. Hello, minimalist. Anna Perez. How do you get your figure cut so that it looks like you're somewhere else? You only see an XSplit cut with shapes or editing the colors. Oh, so you want me to show you?
So I take it you ate the fig bars today?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, sorry. Anna, did you want me to show you how to do that on XSplit? Was that what you were asking? Millions of people every week. Maybe even every day.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can show you that, Anna, if you're asking, like, how do you get, like, when David makes it look like he's in the White House and things like that.
You know, we're not running a green screen right now. So because I have to tweak all the settings, I just went with the background.
Yeah, I like it. It makes me look like I'm underwater or something. Well, I'm pretty good at. You already did your shift for America? All right, good job, pilot. Oh, that's how you feel, Shy Luke? Well, I'm glad I'm not one of those. Can I teach you how to multiply compound fractions? What do you mean by compound fractions? Describe compound fractions to me first. Are you talking about, I understand improper fractions and mixed numbers. I don't know if I've seen the word compound fractions before. You used 78 G's this month, 48 of them watching ATP. Oh,
Wow.
yikes. Cricket's upset with your using all that data, huh? You're not able, you might want to invest in like broadbands.
Wow.
Yes, it'll be complete by tomorrow, McGregor. We'll be back home. That's not what's happening, but we'll be back home tomorrow.
And we'll tell you all about it.
And then I'll tell you all about it. All right. Algebra fraction. Okay, thanks. 2 2/3 times 5 1/6. Sure. Or Dr. Meal has. Compound fraction is sometimes called a mixed number. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that compound fractions were a mixed number, but okay. And then they say simple fractions, which I call simple fractions improper fractions, but I guess simple fractions make sense. Yes, the cat is here. We only have one cat and she's here. Okay, so sure, well, actually I don't have a touch screen here to show it to you like I do at home.
You use a cursor. Just your finger as a cursor.
Yeah, I could. All right, so add, like, do we have, but we don't have paint on here or anything.
We have, it's screen override. You write over the screen.
So add
screen right.
Image, slideshow, text, webcam, media file, screen capture, get more sources, other whiteboard. But I just want an actual whiteboard before I click right click to view instructions. Whiteboard tool, freehand, then color. Okay, let's see if this is it. 2 2/3 times 5 1/16. Let me see if this will work. 2, no, right click. Oh, the color was all off. It was like the same color as the background. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay. Effects. All right, let me see. Oh, you're so rude. Shylook is super rude. Here we go. Two and 2/3 times 5. It's just my fingers, that's why it's really bad. 1. Here, I'll put my hair on the other side so that will help you see it. When I look at people that are super rude, yeah, I get a look on my face. I can't add a background to the green screen right now. 1/16. So the first thing that you have to realize when you're multiplying fractions is that you are kind of creating a visual, I'm going to create a visual model. And so I'm going to do, we'll go like this. This is called the area model of multiplication. Well, I'm embarrassed for myself too. Let me clear my whiteboard. It's because I'm using my finger. I'm not actually using a pen. Fine. You want me to restart? I will. Clear the whiteboard. Let me start again. Or you can just look at, they say to convert it, but oh. That's converting. To multiply, you can do 3, there we go. And then we have that'll work too. Okay, but I'm going to show you the visual model because I like the visual model. Okay, back to that. You're just like, here's the answer. No, I'm not at Langley's Mystery Weekend. That's pretty cool. Sciences, well, there is earth science and physical science and life science. Okay, so again, let's start again. This is just my finger, that's better. 2 and 2 thirds. That's a thirds. What times? I can't do Control Z in here, can I? We'll do a multiplication like that. Times 5 and 1/16. Is fingerology a science? Well, the study of your fingers is. Well, something like that, Dr. Meow. Something's frying. Well, no, it's like the sink. So when I say I like to do the visual model, that's not exactly right. So I'm going to be multiplying, and across the top I'm going to do 2 plus. Over here I'll have 2/3. There's 2 different ways to do this. And then on this side I will do 5 plus, and over here I have 1/16. Okay, and I'm going to put a little slash right here. You guys could use your calculators, yes. And over here. There we go. And in this will go in the bottom boxes. Over here you have 2/3 times 1/16, and that will be 2 over 3 times 6 is 18. Yes, I am explaining how to do it. 2 2/3 times 5 1/16. So this becomes 2/48. You want me to explain the intricacies of David's program? Maybe a little bit later. What are you saying, 991? I am. Over here, this becomes 1/8. Or, which is equivalent to 6/48. Because why did I put, okay, so let me go back. 2 2/3, I'm going to go over my shoulder over here, and I'm going to draw a picture of 2 2/3. 2 2/3 actually looks like, if you're talking about cakes, I know I'm horrible at drawing because I don't have like a pen with me. And I can't like hit Control Z like I can on my other one. Let's just start again. If you want me to explain. Well, I'll just do it that way, but no, that's not good. So I'll have to clear my whiteboard and start again. So first, I want you to think about what does that mean, 2 2/3 times 5 1/16. It means that you're making 5 1/16 copies of 2 2/3, or you're talking about basically multiplying it. So right away, I want you to visualize 2 2/3. So if I have 2 2/3, it's going to look, I can't draw them very well right now. There's about 3. I know it's awful, but that means I have all of this one shaded in, or I have 2/3 here, and I have this one is all shaded in, and this one is all shaded in, and you have 5 copies of that. Actually 5 and a 16th of that. Now a 16th of that is a fraction out of that much.
Go ahead, bathroom.
No, I don't. Sure, sometimes 407. If you're not paying attention, but basically, so I need to start with 5 copies of that, and so then I can do 5 times 2 2/3. And then you need a 16th out of that entire section. And a 16th, you would have to take the 2 2/3 and split it into 16 pieces, and then take that section of that as well. I know, it would be a lot of drawings. Well, a video explaining things, not as often as I should, McGregor. It's a horrible drawing because I don't have my drawing tools on me with me.
Yeah,
Here, I should just actually do it on like a pencil and paper on the wall.
You're
That would
supposed to.
probably be faster.
And you know, what's really kind of cool is you have the ability to befuddle these people, because a lot of these people that have everything has to be perfect, you know?
Well, it's because of the whiteboard drawing.
No, it's just everything has to be perfect.
Sure, you can be my friend, virtual friend. Really? Okay.
No.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like I'm in the ocean with the beautiful blue.
I
behind
know.
me.
We can be in the ocean. Here, you can sit by me and be in my ocean with me. Yes, I can be your virtual friend.
Hi. You're the one that said you like these glasses on me.
I do like the glasses on you.
Cool.
They look good.
Looks really bad. What? How dare you criticize me?
I think he was talking about my drawings were
okay.
looking really bad, and I can agree with that.
Good.
My drawings were really bad.
I have an incredibly high self-esteem, so I didn't want to be shattered there.
I teach everything, McGregor. I teach whatever I need to teach.
I'm going to talk like this tonight. Yeah.
Math is my favorite, as well as science. I like science and math. Yeah, if only everywhere you went had this awesome blue like this, right? Well, out and about Bengalitis. Pardon?
That note's still out there in the car. Let me go get that.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's why I was separating it out into the area place value, so that you can do 2 plus 2/3 is the same thing as 2 and 2/3. Did I explain that enough for you, 991? Can I move on? Basically, the answer is going to be more than 10. Thank you. Yes, this is my school chair. I take it with me wherever I go. No, not.
Okay.
Yes, I love math. Really, the people say what you have to do is actually convert it into with 2 2/3. I'll tell you what people other people say. You're going to take 2 2/3 and you're going to convert it into, what do they call it? A simple fraction, also known as an improper fraction. And the way that we do that is that we take the 2 and we multiply it by the 3, and then we add the top 2, so then we end up with 8/3. Does everybody understand how we ended up with 8/3, or shall we move on? I should have a real estate license.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Houses with that voice. It's really nice. And over here is the living room. And
you
can have-
convert 5 1/16 and you convert that into a simple fraction. What's utterly false? The converting it into simple fractions? Thank you. 81/16. All right, thank you. 2 2/3 does not become 4/3. I have to say, seriously, it's not 4/3. No, because 4/3 is 1. Here's 1 pi converted into thirds. And so there's 3 and 1 whole. Two 2/6 becomes, 2 times 2/6 so 2 2/3 is 8/3, because you have to have 2 wholes, and each whole has 3/3 in it because you're cutting the cake, and then you have your last third, but you only have 2 of them in the last one. So you have 6 from the first 2, and then you have 2 from the last one. And that's how it's 8/3. Now, if you're saying it's 4/3, it's only 1 1/3.
Hang on, we have a little problem. This guy's dispensing false statements about us. Highland Media, I thought you were a nice person. I had no idea you're going to be so mean. You're on warning, dude. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm drawing under the ads next time. I'll draw over here.
Piece of the pie.
Anyway, once you get to 8/3 and 81/16, then you multiply across the top. So 8/3, it's 8 times 81. I'm doing pretty good with my finger. And 3 times 16. But you can do what's called, you can change it around. So it becomes, like, you can change the 3 and 16, so that would become
Got to drop frames here. Hang on, we maybe have a connection problem. Hold
8/16, which is 1/2.
Continue with your lesson. Pretend like
And-
we're not having reconnection problems.
And
We're
81.
recording live to the show, so you're actually recording to an audience that'll see our YouTube video.
Oh, and
so.
81/3 simplifies because, isn't it 9 times 9 is 81? So
Yeah.
it's 3 times 9. So that
3
becomes
times 3 times
27 halves,
Mhm.
which becomes 27 halves is more like what? I'm going to say 13 1/2.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway,
Reconnects.
I'll see. Thank you for watching all that complicated little math.
Yeah.
The big thing about fractions, here's what you need to know about fractions.
Okay.
The bottom number represents how many pieces are in the whole. So since this 2 2/3, for instance, since there are 3 in the bottom number, that means there are 3 in one whole. And since there are 2 wholes plus 2/3, that means each whole is cut into 3. That's a big thing. If you can get that and realize that all math is about pictures, everything's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching. Should I restart or something?
Yeah, let's just go off on and go back on.
Okay.
Hit refresh here because we dropped off chat. Too.
So first I'll hit refresh there.
Let's not go off the recording, the local recording though. Let's keep that live.
Okay.
Because we've got viewers who are watching this on YouTube. Anyway, experimenting with Wi-Fi signals and the strength of a connection is really what this trip was all about. But we're going to talk more about what's going on tomorrow when we, do our show.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're reconnecting and.
Okay, and then I'll go here. Wait, and I will go clear the whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yes. Cool.
That's the biggest thing. If you can understand that fractions actually represent pictures,
Right.
then it'll all make sense.
It makes a lot more sense.
It'll just
yeah.
oh, okay. As long as cut up cakes and cut up cookies and things like that. Or watermelon, whatever floats your boat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
we're back. Okay. Hey, we're still broadcasting.
I will
now.
argue with people when they talk about fractions. Now, if he was saying 2 2/3 equals 4/3, right? But he was confusing multiplying by rather than a mixed number. So there's a difference because it's not 2 and then in parentheses 2/3. That would imply multiplication. So if he was saying 2 times 2/3 equals 4/3, he's absolutely right. Because that means you're making 2 copies of 2/3. And if you have 2/3 in one cake and 2/3 in another cake, you have 2 copies of that, you have 4/3. However, when you're talking about 2 and 2/3, you're talking about 2 whole cakes plus 2/3 of a third cake.
Well, I'm in the room. I had to go off of on. They took me down to 0 viewers, and then I had to go off of on. So we had to reconnect just now. We're still broadcasting and we're still recording to YouTube tonight. The show is so. Oh yeah. This is a classic look. I decided to go with pastel colors tonight and the classic backdrop of a blue wall. I mean, how amazing.
2 times 2/3 is not the same as 2 and 2/3.
Right.
2 plus 2/3
Right.
is different than 2 times 2/3.
That's right. Big time. Big time.
It's a big difference.
And use it visually. If you think about the pies, like she's saying, you'll have a better chance of
now,
figuratively looking
it
at
is
this.
ironic that 2 minus 2/3
Well, that's a minus situation.
equals 4/3.
Or 2 divided by
Because
2/3.
the thing is, Dr. Meow,
Don't
when
go
you're
there.
putting it into a computer, the computer is trying to figure out what you mean. And the computer is saying, well, do you mean 2 plus 2/3 or do you mean 2 times 2/3? And if you put in parentheses, the computer is going to assume that you mean multiplication.
Yeah.
And we don't, so if you're not referring to multiplication, that's completely different. That's why in order to input it into a calculator, they have you convert it into what they call a simple fraction, or what I refer to as an improper fraction, but because the computer can't think like we can in like this complex situation. Your computer can't math. I mean, well, it all depends on how you input it, right? So it's like if you're the, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. So if you're inputting things with parentheses, the computer is going to interpret that as multiplication, even when you don't mean multiplication
Right.
and you mean a whole number plus a fraction.
You have to know the context of the
So you
equation.
have to, like, if you were really to input it, I'll put this in the chat room.
Yeah.
If you were to input 2 2/3 times 5 16ths, multiplied together into a fraction, you would actually have to input it into like even a graphing calculator, like the following: parentheses 5 plus, oh sorry, I'm going to start with the 2 plus 2/3 close parentheses times, where's my times parentheses 5 plus 1/16. And so that's basically how you would have to do it into a calculator. Because if you try to put in 2 and then parentheses 2/3, the calculator reads that as 2 times 2/3.
Right. And
Sorry,
that's a difficult. And then there's a computer. No computer would make this mistake too.
Yes.
Because it takes it literally. Hey everybody, this is math hell, and I want the segment that we produced tonight is really good for you to strengthen your mind. And Sarah, I want to thank you for helping people get through math hell, because it's tough for all the different methods. Common Core is teaching now children how to look at math. And we're trying to break open our minds. And visualization is one of your best solutions. It is a new camera. Yeah, it's better than last night, I think. You look fabulous, by the way. You look marvelous.
Well, you know what? Well, I can't wait to tell you what I learned about today about
really?
math tomorrow. And it all goes back to drawing a picture or making a 3D model.
Yeah.
If you can think of it as an actual real life example, then everything is awesome. Okay, so if I were to make it a real life example of 2 2/3 times 5 1/16, like I said, I'm making copies.
Yeah.
So I'm baking batches of cakes and cookies, and that's how I think of math.
Yeah.
I love math. It's like math. It's like
math
is like, it does. It's actually my passion.
And that's what makes this such a unique episode. You get to see Sarah talk about things she really enjoys, and for a lot of you, it hurts to realize, wow, there's so many different ways of thinking. Here you have to tax your brain. You just want to sit and veg out. And your inclination is to not think. And Sarah's helping you to force yourself to think. It's, in the most rudimentary sense, the best thing you can do for your mind right now. It'll prevent Alzheimer's. They say math puzzles, are like Sudoku, is really good to prevent any type of deterioration of your mind. I'm serious. It's something that they talk about. I'll be right back.
Well, now when you're talking about the surface of Antarctica, you don't have multiple copies of the surface of Antarctica, so you can't actually do 2 2/3 of the surface of Antarctica unless you're just speaking theoretically and comparing it to something like Mars. Or you're comparing sizes and you're saying something like Africa is 2 2/3 the size of the Antarctica. You can read a tape measure, then that is fantastic. Do you know where 3/4 is on the tape measure? Can you find 2 3/4 on a tape measure? I get a little condescending when it comes to math, it's true. You know what though? I don't like Sudoku. That's way too darn easy.
Oh, yeah.
I like Kakuro.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I like Satirica.
You can work a slide rule. I think I used to be able to work a slide rule.
I can
I've
work a
lost
slide
that.
rule.
I've lost that ability.
That used to be an old line. Guys used to say, I can work a slide rule, man.
I'm not always right. 280. I'm always learning. I just, all our teachers, all our learners, and the thing is that that's the one thing I guess about calculators is people have to program them.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah, I would be one of those people. Like, sometimes it's true. I watch some math MIT videos.
They
For
were
fun.
They were fun, yeah. Watching those you really test your mind. Following an MIT professor in math and calculus is really a challenge, and I urge all of you to watch the MIT open website that they have. What is it? MIT.org?
MIT Open Courseware, OCW, I think,
OCW?
which is short for Open Courseware.
MIT.OCW?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah. Because this is a free class you can take all
Math
the way up
has
through
done
calculus.
everything for you.
You can take this all the way up through calculus. Free courses online, yeah.
OCW.mit.edu.
Okay, ocw.mit.edu. They created a subdomain for MIT, ocw.mit.edu.
Yeah.
That sounds a little confusing for people. If you just type in OCW, Google will take you there. Yeah. Here you have to think about, the reference.
And then I
thing.
have to see if this actually works.
We'll give it a shot, yeah, 'cause it's one of the best sites ever. And, you don't need to get a degree to test your mind.
OCW stands for Open Courseware. Yeah, that's it. So basically,
We can
And-
put that on the screen if you want.
I just here.
Let's not, because Aaron Schwartz did that, and they went after him, and he ended up killing himself. So, MIT, he was harvesting data from their site at MIT.
Well, no, he wasn't. It wasn't just MIT.
But
he
MIT was
he
the one that charged him originally with the data theft.
But he was doing things that were not Open Courseware. He was
Right.
doing things from JSTOR,
Oh, yeah.
which is a paid subscription service,
Mm-hmm.
and they make money from the paid subscription service.
Oh, he was trying to hijack a paid subscription service and say it was open source. Yeah.
Yes.
That'll get
he
you in
was
trouble.
trying to make it open source.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not good. This is all original content, even the background. And we don't try to monetize it. So we're not in any way trying to profit from this incredible show with a blue wall behind us. So
Sarah in the math world, darknet.
it's amazing that we can even pull off a remote broadcast and still do a show. It's phenomenal.
I know. This one does.
This is amazing. This
The Blue
this
Room.
place is amazing. It's like, it feels kind of like in between a mental hospital.
And it's soothing. It's kind of soothing.
it
I
is.
guess.
But the hardcore corners on all the furniture makes it almost impossible to relax. I like rounded corners. So I was hoping we'd go to a 5-star hotel next time.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Well, we could also go to there's a really good place in Las Vegas called the Wynn.
We will reveal
Wynn
the
Hotel.
information tomorrow, Torque.
We will tell you all about our trip.
Stay tuned.
This is why people think that I am some sort of mechanical robot.
Because I know. I mean, who in the world can make their mouth look like that? You're
Well,
just like a flexible face.
I'm a facial contortionist.
Kind of remind me of 3D printing.
Yes, Sarah, that is correct.
I don't know if I would want to 3D print that image.
I don't want to show you the hotel that I'm in. Did you say motel? Excuse me.
Motel, hotel,
Whatever.
whatever.
We lack I see the world as kind of remember the nudist era of the cowboys back in the 50s?
Oh, you mean like Lady Godiva? That's all I know.
Well, there was a time in the 50s when people hung out at the ranch, and half of them were nudists. And it was the late 50s, right around the beatnik era. The world could be kind of a casual, not nudist situation, but a casual, relaxed atmosphere. Forget the nudist part. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Some people think I am Max Headroom. I am the person I think they copied a routine I did in front of a large audience back in 1978 that may have led to max headroom because I did exactly that in front of a large audience. People thought it was incredible. The guy I did the routine with was so impressed with himself that he went on to try to become a comedian and failed. Yeah, I was the talent. He didn't realize that.
You are talented, very talented. David.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, is this off?
I am max headroom.
Is it really like 7:30?
Yes, 7:30.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah, for
All
coming
right.
in tonight.
Sorry,
No, that's
Thanks
fine.
for joining me on my math venture.
Yeah.
And thanks for teaching me the term compound fraction. I had not actually heard of that term before.
Compound fraction.
Compound fraction and simple fractions. SOSmath.com.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that later for sure.
What was the answer?
Ask
The answer
not.
was 13 halves.
Yes, not what your country can do for you.
Yes, I teach. I try to teach, but I also learn. David is an endless source of astonishment. That is a fantastic little quote. All right, let me move to this chair, and then when David comes back, I can get out, and then David can get in. Yeah, I'm sure compound fractions have been around. I guess I've always referred to them as mixed numbers.
I want to show people my motel cook package for coffee.
I'm not, Charles. David actually made me dinner before we came on the show.
I made a motel dinner tonight out of a microwave.
I know David should show how he does that amazing feat.
Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing.
Well, I can tell them very simple
What
things
is
that they
this?
can do.
Oh, this is related to something over there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's the microphone that I gave up using.
Okay.
The microphone that turned out to be the best, thank you, Sarah, for that. The microphone that turned out to be the best was, thank you, was the microphone on this camera that we're using. Yeah, I have a little perspective up there. Let me show you. Thank you. Yeah, nice thing about tape, it doesn't stick on walls, you know. This blue tape is fantastic. If you've ever used painter's tape, it's fantastic. It absolutely doesn't stick on any slick surface. Anyway, I carry a gold filter on road trips. As you know, I'm an extreme prepper, and I got a gold filter here in a standard Melita coffee filter. Very basic. You can get this at any kind of a market in America. And when you put really good grinds in there, you can make yourself this much water. Now, this is really a great tool. A Pyrex glass container is perfect for microwaving water. So you can actually cook spaghetti in this. Tonight I made an entire half a pound of spaghetti in here. Mixed it up with seaweed. Potato girl, please. You've been tooting too much. I mixed it up with seaweed, the spaghetti, as well as peas that I had in a can that I carried with me on the trip. Yes. And the taste was in need of some fish, so I put sardines in it. You could put tuna fish in this. Drain it all out, put a little bit of mayonnaise or ranch dressing or blue cheese, and you got yourself a nice, really, really good, and a non-GMO pasta salad, because you can carry angel hair pasta and put a pound in here, and it actually cooks. You cook the water first, put it in there, and then just give it a couple more minutes in the microwave. And you got yourself dinner and coffee in a motel. Yeah, it's that simple. I mean, you'd think a Pyrex and a gold filter, and that's all you really need to cook in a motel. Go ahead and make my day. That was a Doopster, yeah. He said he's got some sort of a motorcycle, possibly an Indian, yeah. Time to dance. Disco, disco Dave. Well, you know, we could bring in some multimedia stuff into the show. We haven't done that. And are you not in a romantic restaurant? Because
Well, ever since I decided I wouldn't eat in restaurants, I only eat in buffets because I just don't like anybody spitting on my meal. You know, the thought of some cook, hawking a loogie on my. You sound loopy. Excuse me. Hello. I'm being hit with a massive amount of sunlight that shines down on my eyes and makes them look like ski slopes in the Alps on a dark day. And I really don't need to look like that. But thank you for asking. You're very kind. Yeah, so we've got video, we got music. Not really sure what I can play anymore. I'm getting monetized every time I play anything. We've got music. Cowbell, that's a safe one. See? I have audio video capabilities here. Yes, we have the ability to do a lot. You eat 5 plates of buffet food on an empty stomach? That's a typical buffet deal, yeah. They say that's very bad for you because you shouldn't eat all at once. You should graze. You should graze like the buffalo or the cattle. Welcome. You know why they don't eat cattle in India? Because they know that they would still starve if they ate them because they'd have no milk. Isn't that brilliant? I don't believe in any sin tax on anything, especially coffee. I'm not a Democrat. Remember that. I don't support sin tax. I don't support luxury taxes. I don't support a death tax. I don't support. I support a flat tax. Well, I wanted to. No, seriously, I did want to go take a drive, and I wanted to do a happy hour with Sarah. This is no lie. And nice deal, Dr. Meow, yeah. That's $16 US, or $12 US. Thank you, Sister Fight. But she said, hey, happy hour starts at 4. I said, well, if I go to happy hour and we drive like 10 miles away, I'm not going to be able to actually get to my destination in time, which is the show. So you're the reason I didn't go take Sarah out. So lay that trip on yourself, buddy. Yeah, this is Scissor Fights, his song. It's called The Inconceivable Nature of a Rustic Environment. Wow. I like it. It's good. I like it. really good. Thank you very much, Scissor Fight. That was great. Loved it. Wasn't that awesome syntax? Thanks. Yeah, happy hour with Sarah would have been awesome, but you're the reason I can't do that. Thank you. You, LOL, you sound like my uncle. Really? You have an uncle? Okay. Are you sure you have an uncle? Or is it your dad? Haiti, yes. Haiti. Haiti is not part of the United States, but it is a big boom of opportunity for people like the Clintons. When Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton were looking at investing in Haiti and buying dirt cheap property, they had a problem. There were 350,000 people there that were kind of in the way of the resort. Huh? Oh yeah, that's your carbo load. I wanted you to eat it. It's GMO. I don't do eat. I try to avoid GMO. I'm not perfect. I do love a certain type of cupcake that is a GMO product, but hey, nobody's perfect. No, Sarah's not gaming on Twitch right now. We were kicked off the Twitch network. You knew that. For no reason. I have a lawsuit that I'm thinking of filing. I'm not sure exactly who I'm going to file it against, though. There's so many people I'd like to file lawsuits with, but you have to figure out exactly who you want to do it with. That's the big problem. Yeah, I was kicked off. Yeah, Sarah was kicked off. Yeah, they called it hate speech when I defended myself. Well, they were gay people hitting on me and claiming I was gay, and I said I abhor gayness, but you guys can be gay and have all the whatever weird sex you want. It's not my problem. Yeah, but yeah, and then I think they claimed I was a homophobe, which I'm just saying, hey, don't be hitting on me, man. Yeah, they do that all the time in the chat room. Well, Donald Trump's trying your plan, but it's not going to work because it's violating the U.S. Constitution, the immigration plan of Donald Trump's. You're happy but not gay. I think a lot of you have a problem. It's called the Illuminati. And it's that elephant in the closet you don't want to deal with. Daily inequality, stories of wealth inequality, millennials, economics, and unemployment. Thank you for my daily inequality. Today, the Illuminati fed me my daily inequality, and I got to read all about the missing amount of money in my pocket when inflation, is a hidden tax. The more things cost, that's called inflation. The less value you have in your pocket, and they're taxing you by just printing up money and borrowing against your tax dollar. Your dollar. 27% of millennials say they will put off visiting a doctor to avoid high costs. Exactly. Yeah. And this is what we've done to our children. I don't have children, but I never did anything like that. I never had sex with anyone, not even myself. But no, seriously, on a serious note, yeah, kids just don't want to get sick, and I totally understand that. No, I am not. Dude, this is as close to heaven as you're going to get, David, okay? I am standing virtually on a cloud right now. Yeah. David, people were hitting on Sarah. You got in the crossfire. What are you talking about? Why would anyone want to hit on somebody else's woman? What kind of scourge of the universe are you? Yeah. What kind of men are you? 27% of millennials say they'll put off visiting a doctor to avoid high costs. That's not surprising to me. Hey, I got to catch up to chat. It seems to be falling apart here. Let's have a gay old time. Yeah, see, I don't really appreciate that. And that's why I think they kicked me off Twitch. They have a very loosely defined TOS rule regarding homophobia. I think I have it. Yeah, there's my coffee. So I make coffee in the motel as I go, and it keeps me going. I had 4 hours sleep last night. I was prepping for a major event. No, I am burnt out, just like Sarah. But I'm still doing a show. I'm not homophobic. That's my point.
Oh yeah, I hate Alex Jones. Infowars too. The problem is, he's completely owned by the Jesuit order and connected to the Bilderberg group, and probably directly related to the Bohemian Grove. I wouldn't doubt he's the cousin of the Rothschilds. Alex Jones is a complete shill.
Define phobia. I don't really have a definition. That's why I think it's a loosely defined TOS rule. So my attorney and I are discussing the TOS rule and how we can apply it to a false or mistreatment or violation of my civil rights. So we'll look at that. Did you hear about Alex Jones apologizing for the Pizzagate coverage into Alpha? Yeah, I heard, Bagel Boy. Alex Jones totally sucked up to the New World Order. It was a constant event, and they completely took over.
Dave, inequality is not the root problem, he says. Your argument is more or less aimed at insufficiency. I think you're a complete nutcase, McGregor. And a scum like you are part of the New World Order. You're just an apologist for the takeover of the global elitists.
Oh, yeah, well, we work with, like I said, doing a show from a tent city is not easy. We had to hook up to a battery system because they said that we couldn't run our generator. Yeah, because we parked next to the tent city and got out of our car and said, hey, you don't mind. There must be a tent city somewhere around here. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm kind of right. Well, we're traveling through tent cities. We're trying to find out the pulse of America. We're trying to find out how people feel, how people are getting through life. We're trying to understand. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to empathize. But the New World Order could care less about people like the tent city people all across the country right now. You know, there's nearly 4 million people that are living in a tent. No, you don't. And they're called campers. And they're camping all around the country. So one of the things I'm going to do, as I haven't announced this, but I would like to announce it, is remove all park fees for any national park to let tent people move into the parks. Not a great idea? Yeah. We've got water. We've got some pits to burn some firewood. Hell, why don't you populate all the beautiful countryside we've got? I mean, you could put tiny houses in Sequoia and Yosemite. I'm not lying to her. No, I'm telling you the truth. We need to get our country re-agrified. We don't have. You understand? We're slipping so fast down the poop chute of economic disaster. You know, on the real end, we've got an unemployment rate of 45%. And on the up end, we've only got a 4.3% unemployment rate. I'm sorry, but when 97 million people are out of a job out of 205 million people, we can do math with Sarah and work out those numbers. But what it is about 45% of the country. 47% of the country is unemployed. What are you going to do about that? I believe the Mossad knew about 9/11. They had people there taking pictures, so that they have to answer to that. Look, if there's going to be a reopening of an investigation of 9/11 under my job as president, I don't need to get a job because I don't need the money right now. But if I did, boy, yeah, I'd be. If I had little kids because I didn't know where my, what was poking around, yeah, I'd have to go. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want my kids to starve. But me, I could live on rice and beans. I don't care, man. I don't want to get a job because I retired with enough money to live the rest of my life comfortably in the manner that I'm accustomed to. It just so happens I enjoy Y2K expired food. Well, the first thing you got to do is get off your designer meds. We've got guest 578 is having a problem achieving erectile function. Suffering from an erectile dysfunction. So a lot of people are, a lot of men. Well, if we don't achieve more equality, McGregor, we're going to see a continued slide of inequality in our country. That's why I support the idea of $400 per month per U.S. citizen. Of course, I understand economics. I wrote a book on it. kind of a fool do you think I am? Well, don't answer that. There are many fools in the universe. Let's see what kind of fool you think I am. I'll answer it for you. These are the people that own you. This is 9/11, the Order of the Garter. Now, whether these people are the Illuminati, I don't know. They say 13 families control the world. You decide. Now, if there's something to the 9/11 attack, if there's something to the fact that the recent bombing in Westminster, whether it's fake or real, the attack by the car in Westminster, Britain, yes, we could possibly call that a numerical oddity, 322, which happens to be chapter 22 of the Skull and Bones. And what is their connection to 9/11, the Order of the Garter? Well, the Order of the Garter is part of the Knights of Malta, and they grew bigger than the Masons. They are the originators. They started with the Knights Templar, then they advanced to the Knights of Malta. Then they have an operation called the Pilgrim Society, which former Secretary of Treasury Timothy Geithner is the president of that society. From then on, you look at the structure of the Masons, and beneath them are these people who are, average Masons are nice guys. They don't have any, ill will. They're good people. But the elite are corrupted, and they believe in this satanic belief. It's a twisted belief, and the more you find out about it, the more you realize that this Illuminati, if you will, could have easily been behind the 9/11 attack, because what they did was they erased $240 billion in debt by doing so. You see, in September 11th, 1991, George H.W. Bush took out a massive $240 billion bond issue that he didn't pay back. He did it to destabilize the Soviet Union and destroy their economy. And that $240 billion was put to good use in that respect. So we basically, as our nation worked in collaboration with the World Bank, began to unleash the New World Order on Soviet Union, turning it into a country, isolating it, and down to Russia. No, these are $5 sunglasses from Walmart. Thank you. They were on the clearance rack. Well, the Masons make great jars. We're famous for their mason jars. Good point, yeah. We're all on a yellow submarine, I know, yeah. If you do write something about astrophysics, you might want to, research it like we did with economics, but thank you. It's a gentle blend of all the finest aspects of every school of economics put together. The Chicago School, the Austrian School, the Keynesian School, even the monetarists are mentioned. My argument with the legendary, does it even matter? Yeah. Okay, moving on. Perpetual war sort of sucks. Yeah, well, that's what was put in motion back in the 70s when one of the arch enemies, the Zionist cabal himself, Kissinger. I guess I have to explain all this to you. Okay, well, I started talking about the Masonic, Jesuit, I'm going to call it Vatican, Zionist alliance. Yeah. And that's the best way I can. Masonic takes you to the top of the whole list of Masonic people would be the Knights Templar, originally. And there's the new Knights Templar, of which Anders Breivik was one of the members, the guy who allegedly killed 77 innocent children in Oslo many years ago, and is now serving out a small sentence, and he'll be free pretty soon. He wrote a 1,200-page dossier or manifesto, and he was a Knights Templar of the new Knights Templar. I think, Meow TV, you say you're a Knights Templar too. Well, anyway, these people are slightly above the Masons, but they'd be included in the Masonic order. And it continues all through England too, because the City of London itself is part of the Masonic connection. And then you go on to the Vatican, which basically banks with the Zionists, We call them the Rothschilds, a small sect of Ashkenazis who are not even actual Jews. They call themselves Jews, but they're not of the Jewish bloodline. They're not chosen. They're not descendants of Abraham through the female bloodline. So they're wannabe Jews. They're the ones that give Jewish people a bad name. They make, yeah. No, I told you, I'm at a motel. Guest 323 says, are you so high you have to wear shades? Well, I'm amazed no one's attacked our show. I mean, just, you're giving me a real break tonight, guys. Thanks. Eerie pics show abandoned Masonic church filled with rotting coffins. Whoa, that's weird. Well, there you have it. They're into some dark satanic stuff. And the Vatican and the Jesuit and the Zionist connection, it leads back to what is called, at the very core, Satanism. That's right, they're worshiping the occult. And they're leading our world into a very dark hole created of and by them, which is their destiny, what they think is going to be the future. And they'll do everything they can to achieve their goal of destroying the earth and fulfilling the dark message that they believe is their power and their destiny, the message of Satan. Yeah, so we're up against some real sickos. And yes, killing children is not really a big deal for these people. That's why we need to investigate Pizzagate. Now tonight we're going to be doing a detailed study of Pizzagate, another 2.5-hour show from 11 o'clock to 2 in the morning. I'm going to see how long it'll play before I get knocked off the internet 3 or 4 times like I did last night. Gold is at 1247, silver is 1773, and the Dow Jones is at 20,596. Still struggling, anemic, wondering, well, what is Donald going to do now to help the stock market? Oh no. Well, no, Sarah's not on the night shift. She's done for the night. She can take a break. It's already 8 o'clock here. I've done a tremendous amount of online journalism. For the past 8 years, I've been doing a nonstop show 5 hours a night, more than any human being on earth. Far more than Frank Taylor. My numbers have not been measured. My viewer count has not been measured. I'm way bigger, and my numbers are way higher than anybody on this network. And that says nothing, really. It's midnight somewhere in South America. Yeah, it's midnight at the Oasis. Dude, I don't need a job. I retired at 50 because I saved my pennies. A lot of you millennials are living with your mom and dad. Well, guess who gets to retire at 50 years old? When you save your pennies on rent, living with your mom and dad, and you're working 1, 2, 3 jobs, and pulling extra duty all the time. You do. Because you deserve it. And you deserve the world that I have right now. You should make it happen. You need a few dollars in cash. You need gold and silver. You need a stash of food. You need an ability to live without paying a lot of rent. So that means buying a piece of property somewhere. And you need to have a nice home that you can call your own, that you can put, a tiny house would be nice. I don't mind living in my parents' house the rest of my life. I have no problem with that. It's a nice place. I resolved that living there was better than moving back to L.A. If I had lived in L.A., the rent, it would have been plus I would have looked 75 years old if I lived in L.A. I decided to pull back off the deep, the really heavy stress load of living in a city like Los Angeles. And I moved to a rural area by the time I was 38. Actually 33 actually. 33 years old I moved to a rural area. And then I met Sarah at the age of 38. We're in a motel because we're getting ready to put a portable package together for broadcasting, around the country if we travel. Yeah. I was never a porno star. I never have done a porno in my life. I'll take a lie detector on that. Yeah. Just stick my finger right there in the lie detector. Yeah, David Sponheim, have never done a porn. If you need to lubricate my finger, you can, just to make sure the connectivity is, just stick it right there. I'm telling you, taking care of your family is not a bad thing. A lot of you people are going to have to deal with mom and dad when they get old. The worst job I ever had in LA was a production assistant. I had to be a production assistant. I had to be a production assistant. And in order to be a production assistant, you have to take crap from directors and producers. Yeah, it's impossible, but you got to do it. I had one director walk up to me and said, hey boy, and I'm like 28 years old. Hey boy, get me some water. I'm not kidding. The guy was coked out of his head. Hello, Marcelo, president of Brazil. Oh, you're from Brazil. Hello. Don't keep posting that, Marcelo. Yes, we can talk, but please don't keep posting that. Hello, good evening. Yes. Well, this guy was a pompous ass. His dad got him a job. And he told me, hey, boy, get me a cup of water. So I can't link that image there. Sorry, Bagel Boy keeps sending a weird image. It doesn't link. Yeah, anyway. A producer walked up to me and said, hey, I want you to go over here and pick up this package. I said, yeah, well, I'm getting somebody some water. He said, no, you work for me, buddy. I'm getting the director some water. Don't talk back to me. Get me this package. I told you, this is more important. It's like, what the hell? I'm not going to take that crap from somebody. So I started making, my own television commercials, and it was fun. It was enjoyable. I really, in the early days of TV, when broadcast TV for the local TV markets was something you could do in your basement. Yeah. And I essentially created a production studio. I bought a video toaster and started making TV commercials. And I did other things like, videos for weddings and whatever, extra money I could pick up. Yeah. So it's what we're dealing with here is you trying to get ahead of your debt. Now, if you can do that, and if my plan was to buy some property, if things didn't work out where I would inherit property, so I had money put away just to buy property. And luckily for me, I didn't need to do that, but I did the right thing by taking care of my family all the way till their final days on earth, and I'm very happy I did that. Many people don't have that feeling. No, I worked many jobs. Yeah, I just didn't want to enjoy any of them, and my bosses were the worst on earth. That's just the beginning. I mean, I knew a guy in radio that is the most notorious radio personality in U.S. history. And I happened to be, walking into his office saying, hey, I'm looking for some work. I do voiceover and I can do newscasting. And so he hired me, and turns out it was great. But I went to university. I went to 2 years at UCLA. But I got into nothing but arguments with my professors. It was obvious to me that they were pushing a communist agenda, a Marxist agenda at UCLA and in other universities. I tried others out. I found out that this Marxist agenda was a plan by the New World Order. Later, I found this out, to continually, manipulate our population. Marxism is just another way in which they control us. Fascism is another. They have both tools at their disposal. They can go in the far left or the far right. But I'm a centrist, and I looked at the plan and I said, no, this is wrong. We do need something like a Jeffersonian democracy where people actually get engaged with each other and talk and communicate, and the free press works. But what we have today is complete censored press, no free press at all, and the press that's out there talking about the same thing over and over again and aren't really resolving problems. So we really need to get back to our roots of democracy, not communism. No, I didn't feel rejected. I felt dejected. It was way beyond my interest in politics. Was soaring, and I was limited by the confines of an academic mentality. The belief that communism is some panacea, end-all solution to our world's problems is insane. Okay. James Alefantis and Comet Ping Pong in the air. Yeah. Alex Jones apologized for Pizzagate, which puts us in a different position because now the world is, yeah, I'll show you. I'll bring the Alex Jones channel to you later tonight after our recorded broadcast. But yeah, there's a strong need now for the internet to morph into something more credible than Alex Jones. Because we believe, I believe wholeheartedly, that Alex Jones is actually a person who has one of those the most insanely disturbed shill for the government that we've ever seen. He works essentially for the government. He has no moral compass. If he did, he'd understand that this Pizzagate story has to be pursued. Yeah, you're the resistance. No, you're the mindless idiot that he controls by making you think you're watching the truth. He morphs the truth to spin his way. And that's my argument with him.
You are the resistance.
So as you know, we do a show all the way to 9. So I'll be doing that show tonight. And the extended show doesn't happen on our travel dates. The fact that we can pull off a 3 or 4 hour show is amazing. Then we do the evening videos, so that'll be good.
Don't we give you another break or something?
No, you're fine. I have to rinse my face off, but no hurry. I was a straight A student in high school. I was the top high school student, 4.0. I graduated number 1 in my class. And I was denied access to colleges because I was not black or Hispanic or Asian. Yeah, so one of the biggest concerns I have right now is that colleges are becoming waste of time and money for people because the job market is not going to catch up. We're slipping into what is called a global economic collapse, and there's no way the job market's going to catch up. The paradigm of a credit card economy is failing us. The idea of monetarism that Milton Friedman put forth in the 1970s was it was a horrific Ponzi scheme of borrowed money that the government put together, the fractional reserve banking system. So the Fed has done a terrible thing. Somebody said taking 3-hour showers in hotels is quite enjoyable. It is one of those things you want to stay in the shower long. In fact, Sarah, you might want to take a half an hour shower yourself. Just enjoy it, you know. Hot water is the best thing. We're not in a drought-restricted state, so we're good there.
It's true. Well, it seems like it rained all the time.
Yeah. I told Milton Friedman that I thought his ideas would fail and that in 30 years' time the economy would suffer because of his borrowed sense of expansion. Borrowing money he thought would fix everything. He thought the free market with enough monetary stimulus would fix everything. No, I didn't say. I just said enjoy the shower. Because, you know, heck, motels are not cheap, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, California has a brain drought. That's pretty funny. So, yeah, I was not happy with college in any way, so I chose to start small businesses and experiment with what that's about. And it's a real tragic environment for small business in America. The corporate structure is set up to knock anybody down who's just trying to start out. You know, the best way to start out in a business is to go to conventions and find out, talking to people, what your niche will be. And conventions are a really good way to meet people. I've always found conventions to be very, very enlightening.
Depending on if you have to pay money.
Oh, but if you have to pay money, then it's not that experience. I'm not experiencing echo. We'll shut the, let's shut the second mic off.
Where's the second mic?
No, you know, the second light.
Oh, you're talking about the throughput.
The board light.
Like that. All right, now you shouldn't hear any echo. You should just hear me. That's it. So anyway, who was that guy? That was David. That was, so hopefully you had some fun talking to David. It's so great. All right. Something like that, 118, in a secret vault somewhere. All right. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow, 118. I'll be back home. My hair was red. I know it's actually more, this is my natural hair color. See how there's some reds in it? And some grays and some browns. This is my natural color, I guess, in this light. Not that I dyed it ever. It was just, it's all about lighting. You're totally legal? Sounds good. Well, just do whatever comes naturally, 802. I don't think those things can be scheduled. No. I think this is close enough, 247. Thank you. I should actually go on this side. I don't know. Yeah, don't you hear the water running? Oh, MYNHD, kind of crazy. No, I did not dye my hair. This is my natural hair color. It's just weird lighting, like it's fluorescent lighting in here. So it's just like a different. It's just a different hair color.
Yeah, these
it's
are all
just a
CFL
different
lights.
light. So I mean, I'm a brunette.
That's why I thought I was wearing the sunglasses, because of the CFL lights.
Yeah, I'm a brunette.
It's not
But
LED.
I have, you can see I do have some red hints in my hair.
Oh yeah, definitely. You have a chestnut look, I think. It's like chestnut colored hair.
No, well, it was both McGregor. So David applied to a bunch of different colleges and didn't get into certain ones that he wanted.
Yeah.
And
I was very upset.
and one of the reasons that he didn't get into some of the ones that he wanted was at the time of affirmative action. What was that on
The
Big
Bakke
Law?
decision.
It came right before the Bakke decision. So if you haven't heard of the Bakke decision, BAKKE, you can look that up and find out all about that. Basically, Bakke had to sue because he was not accepted into medical school because of affirmative action when other people were, based on the color of their skin. And this is right before that. That's the time that David was applying to these colleges.
Yeah.
And was not accepted into those colleges. Therefore, he went to a college that he really didn't want to go to.
Right.
That he was accepted into, but didn't really have that desire to go to. And so it's both. It's both what you said, but it's also affirmative action.
I was upset too at the ideological bend of these professors. Most of these schools today, even to this day, that's why we have a millennial population, by the way. Most of these schools are driving kids away from education.
Some are, yes.
They are.
I do have a bachelor's degree in, yes, so I have a bachelor's of arts degree in elementary education.
I noticed the teachers have the most genuine interest in what they're doing. I find that to be a consistent thing. I really do.
Well, because we're I
servants.
believe it's about being a public servant,
Uh-huh.
being a servant leader,
Yeah.
helping people, lead people,
Mhm.
but also because we care
Yeah.
and we care about people.
And I don't find that in true in the healthcare industry. I
No,
don't find that
oftentimes-
genuineness. In some cases I do, but not in most cases. Whereas teachers, I think, are really the undervalued profession.
Yes, perhaps if
in
you
this country.
actually, if you don't believe it about David, look up Bakke.
Yeah.
BAKKE.
Yeah,
Bakke decision and find out about that.
yeah.
There's also an issue with a girl recently who had, I think it was as recent as 2-3 years ago. There was an issue, I believe it was with Michigan, that she sued because of affirmative action rulings.
A woman sued her parents in New York for not paying for her education,
Yeah,
and the
I-
government says that if your folks are supposed to pay for it, and my parents didn't pay for my education, except a small amount in my first year. But it was almost like
No,
it's a
632.
requirement when the state says that your parents make enough money to pay for your education, and they don't. You're in a rock and a hard place from the age of 18 to 25 right now. Now, if we could advance the date to 21 that they could collect independent status, it would be better for all the young people who are really on track to do a good education. By the time they turn 25, they feel like they're out of it.
Right.
So the government knows that. That's why they have to wait till they're 25 to have independent status when their parents were supposed to pay for their education. So it's a big
Right.
flaw in our system, I think. I'd like to lower it to 21 years old.
The background picture is taken down. We're just going with a blank wall right now. Well, no, we have another chair. David could come cast with me, but he's laying down right now, but he just insists on talking. So,
Sorry.
I mean, don't be sorry. You're fine.
I was just touching on the issue, that's all.
Yeah, he's just, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, he could come sit next to me, and he was sitting next to me earlier.
Well, I mean, you could bring the camera over here, I suppose, and just, show me in my natural position. I could just, talk to the camera, because the camera's got the whole audio clip.
No,
No.
it's just I can't. I mean, unless I put it on your lap, and that's dangerous. I didn't bring my lap board
You're right.
because I can't.
It
It's
could
all
be a
about
problem.
angles and stuff.
You're right. And I think we could actually do a lot better with. We couldn't do any better with the audio and video of this camera right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering,
All right.
I'm impressed with it.
Images. What? I'm on the prowl.
You don't mind if I jump in the shower for just a quick shower, do you?
Please do.
Okay. Because I kind of like the idea. Some chat room celebrities said, spending 3 hours in the shower sounded very appealing to me.
Yeah, go for it. You can take as much time as you want.
Well, I'm just to take about a 10-minute shower.
Yeah, I think that camera is gonna kind of go by, or actually, David uses that other camera for his cooking show. So I think that'll just be for the cooking show. This is the camera that we normally use, our HD camera. So we did bring that with us, fortunately. Can say this slide when asked to college degrees? I don't think your sentence makes sense, abnormal. You don't think the gloss paint is meant to go on the wall? It kind of is a gloss paint. And I don't know. It's okay, I suppose, but it is like a little reflective. But, oh well. It is what it is. Whatever is meant to be is. Oh, you're fine, Ab. Don't worry about it. What? 323? Who would do that? I don't do that. Oh, hey, fake awesome girl. How are ya? You planned ahead calling yourself abnormal? I would, but I'm not going to. 591, sorry. I mean, I can zoom that way, I suppose, but no, I'm just not going to. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I just decided I wanted to take David out, so I had some things, and David said, as long as I can do my show, I'll go. And so I said, okay, you can do your show. And like he said, I even like spotted, I had heard about this cool happy hour near here. It was like, and it was like, oh, you can eat really affordably, and then we didn't go because it was like the place didn't open till 4 o'clock, and David starts his show at 5 o'clock. He used to start a show at 6, and it used to be like 6 to 8. Then it was 6 to 9, and then it's 5 to 9. And it used to be like 5 days a week, 1 day a week, 5 days a week. Now it's 6 days a week. So we'll be back home tomorrow. Road trips are a great stress reliever. They can be, or they can be a great stress enhancer. Something like that, McGregor. Something like that. She's under the bed. She's not crying anymore. Actually, no. Oh, you want to check out Amber? I'll show you. I'll do a little video. This camera should be okay. I'm just gonna go this way. All right. Where's my computer? David's tie, his coffee thing. There's Amber's litter box. And then check out Amber. You can't see it, but that's like a little tent we brought. And let me see if I can pull this light on her. You see her? Here's Amber. Were you able to see that? I couldn't tell. She's in there. Let's go a little closer.
Hello, Amber. Are you taking a little shower yourself? Like a little bath? Because, how are you? People just wanted to say hi to you. Yeah. They're saying, oh, what's Amber doing? Oh, that's a pretty cool little tent you have. Nice job. Yeah, they're all your fans. It's a massive worldwide audience. From all over the world, they're watching you on UHF. Okay. All right, Amber. Thank you for letting us see your little cute private headquarters.
All right. Again. All right. Table, computer, back to the show. All right. I didn't see what you guys were doing because I was right behind the camera, so I didn't see what you guys said with that. She is so cute. Yep, Amber's a member of the family. She's so good. If Amber could talk, she'd share with you all kinds of details. We've taken Amber, like I said last night, we've taken Amber to the Grand Canyon. We've taken Amber to Niagara Falls. We've taken Amber so many places. It's pretty amazing. Oh, yep, Amber had a big party planned at the house. What? I think you don't need an apostrophe in that sentence, 632. Just a little grammar person in there. All right. Well, she was wondering, why are you looking at me? I did show them Amber. I went this way.
Oh, good.
And, showed them Amber's in her little tent. Isn't that a cool little tent?
Yeah, that's the
That we
coolest
brought
thing.
for
man.
her. And she has even, her pillow from home.
Yeah.
So,
She hasn't really used it, has she?
She hasn't been in it.
She's in there right now.
Oh, she's in it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's why I showed the people.
Oh, wonderful.
Because they said, is she still under the bed, scared and angry? And I said, oh, wait, she's actually in her little tent.
Hi, Amber. How are you? That's so cute. I'm so glad for her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you like my shirt? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yes. I like my shirt too. I went on a date with David today and got dressed up.
I would love to go out, tonight on the town, but I've got to
But
stay
we've got
here
the show to do.
and have the show to do. So it sucks really. I have to do a show. And
I don't have an arm like the Bionic Woman, but I do know someone who can make me one if I need it. I am 39. Like, really, I am 39. I know most people are like older than 39 when they say they're 39. I was born in 1978, so do the math and realize that I really was born in 39.
you certainly don't.
Or I'm not born in 39, I am 39.
Yeah.
I wish I was 38, but I had a birthday in February.
Yeah.
So, oh well, Reagan. It happens. Oh, it's lagging? Yeah. Wait, drop frames, let's see. Drop 0. I think it's okay. I am 39. I just had a day in February. Yes.
We rarely get a chance to watch cable TV. We're going to have to start our show at 9.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Is it about a half
I thought
hour?
I did. Did I not celebrate my birthday on here? Yes, I'm an Aquarius.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
And I always say that I love Valentine's Day because it's hearts everywhere. And I love hearts. So it's like, oh, they're celebrating me.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice. Yes, that's right. Yes, misanthropy, yes. Yes, we have a website. Thanks, Europe. Yes, I know David is eating and I know you can hear him. That's
I
okay.
love it.
There's our website, americasthirdparty.com. And it's up here, americasthirdparty.com. Okay, I will take that as a compliment, politics. For sure. I feel like braiding my hair. I probably should. I feel like braiding my hair.
Well, that was better cold.
I want to say horse, but I might be a snake. I wish I were a horse. I think I'm a horse. But you know how so the thing is about my year is that I thought I was a horse for many years, and then it's like, but the Chinese New Year comes after my birthday, so does that make me the next thing? Oh yes, I'll take it. That's why I use mane and tail as my shampoo, because I have hair like a horse. No, Skullet Man? Where is your mind there? Is that where your mind is?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can you imagine how sick that person is?
I believe my birthday is on the cusp of a lunar new year, exactly. So is that good or not? I am attempting to look a little less Ozzy Osbourne because Ozzy doesn't really braid his hair, does he? He could though. I know, you're totally psychic. I understand 289. I love David too because he is hot. Totally hot.
Totally hot.
For a leaving? You mean living? With an I? No, I'm not. It's kind of funny, but that's just the way this wall is. No, I haven't considered selling my hair because I don't want somebody like, oh yes, I'll buy your hair and then I'll use it in my voodoo practices. I don't know that word. It's
Why take chances, right?
Neight. It looks like 8, but with an N in front of it. I don't understand that word. If you offered me $1,000 for my hair, I wouldn't give it to you. The only way, what I'm gonna do with my hair though is I'm gonna have it cut after I die. And then I'm going to have it donated to Locks of Love. I don't know if David heard that, but
For what?
I said what I'm going to do with my hair is when I die, I'm going to have it cut and donate it to Locks of Love.
Oh yeah, all
Because
your
the
hair.
rest, my hair will actually grow out more
Yeah.
when I die. It's weird, but your hair does grow a little bit when you're dead.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's really
yeah.
weird, but
That's
it's
your
true.
choice. Yeah. Anything you want. Your choice.
I know, Salty Dog, that's what I said I'm going to do. But I'm going to do it upon my demise because I don't want, like I said, I don't want it ending up in the hands of some kind of like weird voodoo people. Yeah, your nails and your hair grow a little bit when you die. Kind of bizarre. No, Skullet Man. Where is your mind? It's in a weird place.
You know, I'll take over
I'm
the
gonna
show then.
hopefully hope that you like, I don't know, just have a better life.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rubs. I appreciate it. I won't need your hair though because I'm saving my own. So I already have like 2 braids and I could like, look at how long that is. I could cut off like this much, especially because that's kind of thin.
Yeah.
I could cut that off and then leave that much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm slowly, and then I'll save that for if I ever need a wig. Well, here's the thing, McGregor. The reason I believe in voodoo is because I was in an anthropology and sociology class where they talk about voodoo powder, and voodoo powder is a very real thing. So you're walking down the street and they blow this powder at you and your heart stops. And actually it's kind of like the same powder that doctors use when performing surgery. And your heart stops and you think, and then the people have a funeral for the person whose heart stopped, and then the person like arises from the dead and they think that they're a zombie, and that's how the whole thing about zombieism happens.
Yeah.
So I believe it's like a blowfish. It's like powder from a blowfish.
Yeah.
Is what I've heard.
makes
But
you
it's
think.
like that does really happen. So, I mean, I don't necessarily believe that, someone can take my hair and do some kind of weird voodoo and make things happen. But it's like,
Why cater to those people?
I agree with you, McGregor. It has nothing to do with voodoo. It's something to do with the compounds in the powder. But why, like, why even, like, give people that opportunity, though? That's what I'm saying.
You're right. Weirdos. Why take the chances?
So it's not like I believe, like, oh, you're going to take my hair and perform some kind of weird voodoo, but it's just, like, not necessary. No, I'm saying the compounds are similar, Frups. Yes, serpent and rainbow, and the rainbow. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Black Reagan, I didn't know about that film. From the Bokor pufferfish. Yeah. And so if that's a real thing, it's just, you know, why mess around with weirdness like
Why
that?
even give them a chance?
Thanks, Ab.
You
You're nice to watch me and talk with me for so many years, Ab. I feel weird this. You're welcome.
I bet you could sell every strand of your hair.
I know 569 David's done right now because I know I'm boring. I'm glad I'm putting you to sleep because you should probably be asleep right now.
Yeah.
But okay, here's David to wake you up again. He'll only be on the show for like 20 minutes because then he's going to hang out with me. So
Yeah, then we're gonna watch cable
All right.
TV. That's when our cable TV starts.
Yeah, more kibbles. Oh, hi. Yeah. The pen? The black marker?
yeah,
No.
black pen from today.
Don't, yeah, I don't carry a pen with me normally. Mad Dog, I hope you get through it. You're starting on the, I thought you were there, man.
There's a pen here.
No, there you go. I thought you were gonna go check in tonight. It's gonna be tomorrow.
Check into.
Oh, Mad Dog's gonna have an operation.
Oh, whoa. What's he having done?
We don't know, but I hope you get through it, man.
Okay, my thoughts will be with you, Mad Dog.
Our thoughts are with you, Mad Dog. It's not easy going under the doctors. Yeah. We wanted to take a short trip to see how the equipment worked. Kim, how you doing? Naruto, Japan. Kim Bong-un is in tonight. Arigato. Naruto, Japan. Naruto. You know, I've analyzed the bed for bed bugs, anything in foreign substances, so I go in there with a fine-tooth comb. Well, like I said, I've been on the road since I can't remember. Yeah. I've been on the road so long, I can't remember. Sounds like a country song. I've been down this road so long. Yeah, anyway. Where you buy your creepy neckties? I get a creepy necktie at at patriotictechnecktie.com. Actually, you can get these at Stephen Harris. He is the originator of a whole series of patriotic ties. Thank you. You know, I've never encountered bad sheets at the kinds of motels and hotels that I stay at. It all depends on how much you spend per night. If you spend $640 a night, you usually get good sheets. Like at the Donald Trump Plaza, the excellent quality accommodations. He does a pretty good job of delivering a good product. I will give him that. Thanks, Donald. You know, I'm a little bit upset about the mob that's down the hall. I hear all the sound of money. I don't know what that is. It's the sound of a money machine. And there's a bunch of Russian guys that, I don't know. I was going to ask the front desk, do they have a special deal here where they stay for free? Or And those other guys at the base of the Trump Plaza, the Secret Service agents that are spending $169,000 a month to rent space there. That I was wondering about that one too. So flying to the Trump Plaza just to see what it's like, would be kind of fun. And I pay his rate. Yeah, I don't have a problem paying $640 a night for a hotel. I mean, come on. I could buy 6,000 packaged meals with that and feed the homeless. Why would I have a problem with that? Okay, a Mar-a-Lago Act introduced to disclose the Southern White House visitor. Oh yeah, there's somebody coming. Melania and he are not sleeping together. Keeping it real, yeah. Melania and he are not sleeping together. We know that for sure. We're getting some problems on battle cam. Hey, Salty Dog, you sobered up for us. Thanks for coming in, man. Yeah. Yeah. You impeached a democratically elected leader? We haven't impeached him yet. And I don't think having the Russians take over our country is really part of the works here. But thanks for trying. Yeah, here's your tie, DT. Yeah, don't mess with the mad dog. He's going for surgery. Or going for an operation or something. Oh, Canadian flag. I used to love the Canadian flag when I saw it. When I was a kid, I was very into flags when I was a kid. What you're about to see is shacking. Considered for your approval. One secret society picture of abandoned rotting coffins and altars built for African Americans banned from mixing with whites. This is going to be strange. A Masonic church, folks. We are dropping frames. We may be dropping right now on the net. Hold on. Here we go from the sun. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. An old Masonic church, a dusty podium once used to make speeches, sits disused inside this abandoned Masonic temple in the U.S. The colored Masonic temple in downtown Birmingham, Alabama, was built in 1922 and used by African Americans. Whoa. Abandoned coffins. It's so weird. Ooh, Dr. Pearson, foot specialist. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, that was weird. Did we stay online? Are we still broadcasting? We are. Well, yes, I do believe you are colored. Okay. That's fine. We have a lot of people of different racial backgrounds. I'm not in any way racist. Just because I did a blackface video does not make me a racist. I don't know why people keep assuming that I did it because I was censored for, my goodness. I don't think it's relevant. Let's talk about something unrelated to personal body habits. Yeah, let's focus on nature versus nurture. Let's not even think about that. Yeah, let's talk about something irrelevant. This is Freedom Friday. Freedom to do what you will. Not do out as thou willst. That was an old expression that the Beast said. Aleister Crowley. Somebody said, have you read the works of Blavatsky? And I'm going, I don't worship Satan, okay? Get that through your brain. Yeah, we don't go to the occult science. We don't talk about religion. We do want to prevent any type of a satanic order taking over our world. I mean, that would be nice. At least do your vote to do that. Stop Satanism. Well, I've done whiteface all my life. So yeah, we're trying to elevate from this position where the elitists think we are like cattle. I'm pink, I know. You're right. Dave Chappelle, yeah, he did whiteface. Mm-hmm. A London false flag hoax, a medevac helicopter, and Masonic markings. Ooh. Thanks. Boy, these guys who are good investigative online journalists like PK and Dave Acton checking in are doing the good work to try to find the all of the fakery going on with these false flags. David Attenborough's Light on Earth. Medevac. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a commercial. Oh, Dave Acton's making money now.
Good morning, everyone. David Acton here, reporting in from London. With a little bit of housekeeping before we get into the main.
I don't think he is in London. Okay, we'll look at that a little bit later tonight. Thank you. We've got that Alex Jones retraction talking about how he's sorry to Elefantis. Yeah, that's going to be a real wide open reality check. You are the resistance. We'll play that. He won't talk about it anymore. He's through with it.
He's through with talking about Pizzagate. He's sorry that he ever said anything.
God, what a wimp. Unbelievable. This is a great song, The Inconceivable Nature of a Rustic Environment. I love that. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going through my links. Can't Stop, we played that earlier. We did some compound fraction work. We showed you a visual image of $20 trillion in debt. Yeah. I just don't think it's a big issue that Donald Trump got stepped on today by the Republicans, because it was about time. I mean, the honeymoon is over. Pretending like somehow riding with Donald Trump is going to help the Republicans is absurd. He doesn't mean anything. He's just completely owned by the people that got him there. He's owned by Kissinger. He's owned by Vladimir Putin. Trump will continue to get financial reports. This was a moving story that we thought was very, very telling. Remember when Donald Jr. said he would never share personal financial data with his dad while his dad was president? Well, guess what? CNBC is reporting that Trump will continue to get financial reports on the Trump organization. He's not going to put his stuff in a public trust, which is a gross violation of U.S. law. So when is Congress going to prosecute Donald Trump? That's the question that remains. When are they going to prosecute him? Because if they don't prosecute him for about 4 or 5 felonies, then you can blame them for what's happening. But they're doing the right thing. I think right now, by the Republicans reversing their support for Trump, I think it's a big step in the right direction. We might even see an impeachment. You never know. You never know. Some people have been known to do that, flip right on a dime when they know that they're disrespected by Trump. No big deal. Welcome to the this kind of looks like I'm in a artificial, like with the sky behind me. I mean, I could put a cloud back here. It'd be foolish not to. Whew. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's take a look at that picture, and we'll see if we get it in there. Here we go. Cloud. Whoa, cool, dude. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Climate Change 101. Welcome to Global Climate Change 101. Yeah. Hi. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so I mean, Trump won't even acknowledge climate change. What an idiot. It's just like, come on. Our whole world is changing, and they're dumping chemicals on our heads. It's chemtrail central. I played Can't Stop at the beginning of the show, yes. Thank you, Guest 395. NYPD may have the dirt on Mr. Anthony Weiner, and he may want to squeal like an oinky oinky. Yeah, the truth about Hillary and Podesta may come out. You know, Anthony Weiner should be in protective custody, in my opinion. If the New York PD really is going to open up a bombshell, news story and reveal the truth against all odds and take a big step in the right direction, I'm sure they've been told by the FBI to stand down. But who knows? They may just decide to call the press. Stranger things have happened. I mean, look what happened to General Sisi when he put his iron fist down and killed 800 people in Egypt. And now Mubarak is free. And he never did anything that they said he was going to do. Yeah, we can play So Pitted for sure, yeah. We'll play that at the very end of our show, and then we'll go right into the videos that we have. We don't know. I don't think it's in the billions, man. I mean, the guy that said it was in the billions was lying. We have millions of viewers. There's no question about that. But the billion guy, that you can't possibly have billions of viewers. It's impossible. So we're on a road trip. We've encountered some interesting experiences, Sarah and I have. So we'll tell you about them tomorrow night on our broadcast. Yeah. I think the best thing for us is just enjoying. We're going to watch cable TV in the motel and, experience what that's like. Because we don't have cable TV at home. Yes. The Middle East is civilized, David Nation. I think you have to accept the fact that people live in a manner that they choose. If I met Pernell Roberts when he lived, I would be on cloud 9 for sure. Really? No kidding, Pernell Roberts. What is this Ancilli official release? Is a command line tool that attempts to block all Windows spying and unwanted upgrades. Well, that's fascinating. Wow. Ancilli official release. They're doing this. They're trying to block all of Windows spying and unwanted upgrades. Look at that. I told you yesterday, yesterday I said that Windows 10 would probably, Windows 8, Windows 7 is forced to do Windows 10 upgrades. Third-party organizations are going to come out with syncing Windows. Time with nlp.org. NTP, sorry. Blocked unwanted hosts using the Windows host file routing table and firewall. Change Windows update to check, notify, or disable it entirely. Disable automatic delivery of internet. Yeah, so this is going to do all these things. Disable unwanted services. Well, that's pretty cool little Ancilli official release statement. See, we're talking, if there's a will, there's a way. Antilles, Antilles mama. Yeah, so Ancilli. Antilles. Yeah, here we are. Yes. Okay. Now, we are going to get ready for the show tonight, starting with Getting Pitted, and we'll go from there. Hey, yeah. Hope you're feeling better too, Abnormal. Yeah, I hope you're all feeling better, after all. Avoid holding electric... Hang on. Oh, no kidding, I just dropped that out of there. Wow. Where did it go? Into the desktop? Huh. I just dropped something into my bin and it just disappeared. Yeah, avoid holding a cell phone next to your head, folks. It could be very dangerous. The director of the World Health Organization has said. We all got a prayer for Mad Dog, yes. The director of the World Health Organization just said that you could get, brain cancer. It can contribute to brain cancer. Yeah, something to think about. So use speakerphone. That's right, Zetterbird. Absolutely. Use the speakerphone. Man, I think getting a portable mouse for this would be very helpful, you know, when doing remote shows. I think getting a portable mouse is something I have to get. Not with a cord either. Yeah.
Like a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth mouse?
A Bluetooth mouse, yeah, I think that would be our best bet. It just makes more sense. Okay, we're going to get pitted, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching our show. We've got a constant need to talk about politics. All of us do. We know the feeling. And it's certainly not something you should be ashamed of. So feel free to come on into our show whenever you want and share, chat. And you're read by more people in real time than Huffington or Politico. So that's kind of nice to know. Most people don't read the blogs. You know, it's like, yeah, that's like 5,000 words ago. Nobody reads that stuff. Which is kind of how reading is going. You know, there's so many people that don't read anymore. But that's their choice, you know. But this way you have to read. You're reading chat. You're compelled to read. And you're compelled to ride the surf, dude. Get pitted. So pitted.
But the park is still flooded, so you'll see.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
You got the best girls ever, dude. Just like you pull in, you just get